Surah Al-Talaq, verse 4, 65 through 4, addresses the waiting period, iddah, for women in specific situations, particularly those who have ceased menstruation or are pregnant. It states that women waiting period for women past menopause or those who have not menstruated is 3 months. For pregnant women, the waiting period ends up on giving birth. That the verse also emphasizes that those who fear Allah will have their affairs made easy. Here's a more detailed breakdown. Women past menstruation, if there is any doubt about their waiting period, it should be 3 months. Women who have not menstruated, their waiting period is also 3 months. Pregnant women, their waiting period ends when they give birth. Taqwa, fear of Allah. Those who fear Allah will find ease in their affairs. Now, did you know that their Prophet Muhammad actually said that menstruation was disgusting and cast the women out when they were menstruating? He wouldn't have anything to do with them when they were menstruating.
How do you know when they're going for their menopause? I need the heads up.
Hot, cold flushes, hot and cold flushes.
How long does it last for?
Temper tantrums.
Yeah, that's normal.
Emotionally wrecked.
Basically, they come down with a severe case of bipolar.
Yeah, 1 minute they can be shouting and bawling at you, the next minute they're crying their eyes out.
Reckon a certain Z person is going through that.
I don't know, possibly. But you know, I mean, my ex missus, she was on patches. Oh, and it was a 3-day patch. Oh my God. If she hadn't changed her fucking patch, it was hard that area it was.
How long does it last for?
Oh, hers will last practically forever because they took everything away from her.
How long is it normally supposed to? My mouthful.
I don't know.
How long is it normally supposed to last?
I don't know. She had cancer of the cervix, so they took everything out.
Oh, well.
God, Nixie, you're violent. You are, Nixie. You're violent in there. You're tapping those keys with violence.
I wonder how many women there are in prison due to not holding their temper during the menopause.
Oh yeah, but they get off scot-free, don't they? So I was menopausal.
So you could run someone over, put them in a wheelchair, and say, "Menopause, I'm free."
Yeah. Well, it's like shoplifting, isn't it? When they're pregnant, they get away with that as well.
Well, in case they get urges, cravings to shoplift.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see why people are turning trans now, and there's a lot of benefits.
Fuck that, Jimmy.
I'll make a good trans with my female voice. Husky female voice. Hello, I'm Jimmy.
If you take the average Western world, I mean, in most teenagers are about 14, aren't they, when they start menstruation? I mean, some can be younger.
13, 12.
Man, Nixie's a woman.
Nice one, Nixie. Big up the women.
What's the average age, Nixie, of menstruation in a teenager?
12, 13, isn't it?
Mm. That's very true, Bird. Puberty blockers, 8 genders,
They have these injections,
trans surgeries.
multi-million dollar business.
Mm.
There's a thing, you go to school and then have to chop penises off when you get out. You get paid for it.
Yeah. Planned Parenthood, abort clinics.
They got deaf clinics in Switzerland.
Yeah. And Canada now.
How much they charge to put you to sleep legally? Got it
I haven't got a clue what your argument is, Tyke.
It's about the Catholics again.
They aren't English, Tyke. They're classed as British, aren't they? They get a British passport. You can't get an English passport. Yeah, no, I've just read it out. Just in case anybody hasn't read it out. I knew what it was. Because obviously we've discussed it on your panel before. But then, look at the Talmud, 3 years and 1 day. That's even younger. 9 years for a boy. And if a woman does a boy, 9 years old, that's fine. If a man buggers a boy, 9 years, that's fine. The girl, she can be 3 years, but not 1 day. And every time the tears drip from her eyes, that's her hymen coming back.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Whose ideology is this?
Jewish.
Oh, right. No, honestly, I don't like any of them.
Well, I don't like any religion. I think all religion is fucking evil and it's twisted. It's all fucked up. It's all fucking messed up by man. It's all stories written by somebody when somebody's died. Because nothing's written about anybody while they were alive.
Well, Jimmy Savile.
Mm. Tight, yep. Nixie, I can confirm. Nixie is cappuccino.
Luckily for me, I'm not religious at all. The only thing that could turn me to religion is if I saw real evidence.
I'm not insulting you, Nixie, by any means. I'm just saying, yep, you are cappuccino.
Cappuccino means black from the head down and white hair.
What do we call Smiler, and what do we call Mohammed since she was a child? Yeah, but Ron, there's so many arguments with Aisha, and Aisha's sister has come out and said in a book that she was fucking older than 9 because they did it by moon cycles or some shit. No, they never used to write birthdays down and all that bollocks. But the age between Aisha and her sister, which I can't remember what her sister's name is, right? So some people have said it's 9 years old, but some people have said it's older. And even Google will tell you in some circumstances it's older and in other circumstances it's younger. You know, some people say it was 6, some say it was 6, but everybody presumes it's 9. But I think 6. I think it was 6 that she was promised, wasn't it? But she carried on living with her parents.
Do we call?
I know. I mean, I know. Is a doll an idol once it becomes an adult? I don't know. Is a 3-year-old girl an adult? Is a 13-year-old girl an adult? Is a 9-year-old boy an adult? I could answer a question with a question.
Well, for me, all I want is England to be England. When I come back and it looks like Bangladesh, Pakistan, I don't really care whether it's Jews, Muslims, or even French or Italians. I just want England to be England.
That's it. No, that's right. They were never supposed to have a homeland, and for the deity worship and Baal worship, etc., etc. El worship, Elohim, they were cast out.
Saw a documentary about what would happen if the ice caps melted and the what's it called, the ice age came or something like that. They were saying like half the world would be like super hot and the other half would be super cold.
Yeah.
And then it said one of the biggest problems would be mass migration.
Yeah.
Like people going from one side of the globe to the other. I saw this like years ago, like 20 odd years ago. And they were saying like how would they deal with it? They'd have to could kick off a war or something like that. But it looks like from what's happened is there is mass migration and we're inviting them in. I don't think
it's called migration replacement.
I'd like to get one of these like so-called illegal, whatever you call them. I'd like to ask where they're from. I'd like to visit where they're from and see actually how safe or dangerous it is. It's like an experiment. Well, my argument is if the law in that country requires you to do X, Y, Z, and you don't want to do that, so you run away and leave, then you're a criminal. I mean, I could say it's too dangerous for me to live in England because of all the hate speech laws. So can I go to another country and claim asylum because it's too dangerous because I've got no freedom of speech? I might have said the wrong word to someone and they want to lock me up for 5 years and I'm 78 years old. I'm not 78 years old. I'm just an example. I need Axel to get in charge with my fight manager, Vincent Vega.
Yeah.
See if we can get this on. Enter your name. Yeah.
Where's that bloody Tyke gone? Tyke's a bloody immigrant anyway. What he's moaning about.
Can tell by his accent.
England was Britain originally. Then it was invaded by Germanic and Scandinavian.
Vikings.
I can't fucking say it now. Scandinavian. Yeah, that's it. So, you know, you're a fucking immigrant type. And we're all sitting there speaking the fucking Germanic language.
I'm going to get to go with you lot did and do today. Oh, they're all at it, and Catholic Church is at it, but they just don't admit it. Islam has written it into their scripture to sort of justify it. Seems like the Jews are at it too. Seems like all religions, it seems to have bent it to make it them be allowed to do the things that no one should be allowed to do.
See, I mean, blunt, even though the fucking Germans are bankrupt, they still got better living conditions than we have. And at least they're fucking kicking people out of the country as well.
They got they got a new president.
No, they're just kicking them out.
It's not Merkel there anymore, though, is it? Merkel was a right pain in the arse. What's happened with Marine Le Pen? She'd been taken a court, found guilty.
Yeah.
She's been banned for being an MP.
Hey, as I thought, you are one of those that would maybe. Huh? What? Who? What are you saying wrong?
Would do what?
Yeah, I know. And who's he addressing?
You're speaking in riddles again, Ron.
Well, I mean, drama. Everybody that's pushing people out of the countries, they're all paying them. They're all giving them fucking incentives to leave. You know what we're doing? We're giving fucking incentives to France to fucking send them here. Paying them fucking
the incentive to leave should be you can't leave, you're going to prison.
Paying them £600 million. £600 million for what? The fucking keep supplying boats.
The boats that land on the seas shores of England, they just dump them and run away, don't they?
Yeah.
So why don't somebody like use their initiative and pick up, sit there at the beach waiting with a trailer, back on the back of the trailer and happy days?
No, active patriot, and he was standing for UKIP. I can't remember his name. Really nice lad he is. He jumped in one and rode it around the beach, or rode it in the sea next to the beach, and the fucking police arrested him.
Fucking hell.
For getting in the boat.
What?
That was abandoned.
A stolen boat that's been stolen.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't stolen. He just jumped in it. They jumped out of it. They left the engine running and everything else. He jumped in it and fucking zoomed around a bit in this boat, and the old Bill arrested him.
The boat has no registered owner, so I don't get that. It's the equivalent of finding a rock on the floor.
Yeah. I mean, he could have claimed salvage rights on it. Yeah, we know that by the lorry load.
He could have said he was driving around looking for the police to hand it in, but now you found me, now I can give it to
you. That's not Jewish, that's Yiddish, blunt. That's code.
I speak a bit of Yiddish sometimes.
But he wouldn't speak Yiddish. If he's a Zionist, he wouldn't speak Yiddish because he would want to speak the new Hebrew language. Because the new Hebrew language, the Yiddish is forbade in Israel. So the Orthodox Jews are saying that, you know, Netanyahu's fucking killing the Orthodox traditions. Who's reporting you for hate? Sexual relations which could be as young as 7. What's that bird nest? I don't know. Anyway, I've got 20 minutes longer than I was going to. Time flies when you're having fun. Ah, right, yeah. And Egyptians, look at the Egyptians. The Egyptian pharaohs, because they weren't Muslim. Anyway, you buggers. Jimmy's eating his dinner.
Question is, it doesn't really matter about the past. It's what we're going to do now.
Oh, it depends whether the past is still encroaching on other people's lives, which it is, isn't it? In all walks of life, the past, what we're discussing about the past, is still affecting people's lives today because they're still living by those rules. They're still living by what their scrolls say, by what their Quran says, by what their Bible says. You know.
Normally, people turn to like the law to govern the country, like Afghanistan and places like that, due to complete lack of trust with the government and the authorities. So if their government breaks down, they follow Sharia law to get some kind of organisation. Because if you've got no trust in the corrupt governments and they don't look after you, then and they wipe them out, there needs to be some kind of system in place to keep things organised. That's where you get countries introducing Sharia law, and you look at England now, and it's becoming so disorganised. Apparently, it's two-tier policing system, which I haven't seen with my own eyes yet, but people go on about it. You know, we got people that can't control the crime rate.
Seen it. You have seen it. You saw it during the riots.
No, I mean, I haven't actually been on ground level and like got out and walked around.
No, British people.
I agree, it's there. I'm just saying, I haven't dealt with it yet. I haven't sort of witnessed it and had to be a part of it.
British people for silently pray. How much did she get fined? £10,000 she got fined the other day, didn't she? Was it £10,000 or was it 20,000? I'm not sure. But she got fined an astronomical amount of money for silently praying. Yeah. They can get their prayer mats and pray anywhere. You know, they can jump over the gardens of fucking Westminster Abbey and pray in the garden. They can go to the fucking any of the parks and pray in the parks. Yeah, fuck me, man. If you're fucking English, white and proud and you start praying, or if you're fucking talking about the Bible in town or whatever.
Yeah, I saw stuff like that.
You know, or if you say,
speak to the peace.
Or sorry, I can't understand you. Can you speak up, please? There you get arrested for that.
There was one bloke that called a bloke that said, "All right, dude," and the bloke identified as a woman. He was a sports teacher at a school, and he got a suspended sentence. He appealed it, and he got the case. He won the appeal, but he'd already lost his job by that stage. He said basically he got arrested for calling a man a dude. He
Yeah,
said, he
well,
said he
there's
sees him in
one.
Tesco's every day. He said, "All right, how's it going?" He said, "How's it going?" "All right, dude." He reported him.
Yeah. There's one teacher that's been in hiding for about 2 years because he offended the Quran or something, and he's been in hiding for 2 years.
Well,
They've had to
if
give.
I wanted
They've
the
had to.
police to turn up to my house because somebody had, like, I don't know, done something like very violent or something like that, or turn up to the house next door because I didn't like them because they were throwing rocks or whatever at my house. Not that I would do that, but I'd probably, rather than say that they've been attacking my house, I'd say they said something about a certain religion and I'm offended. I see that as hate, and they'll be around quicker.
A 3-year-old kid got fucking hell. Right, I'm signing off. 5 hours.
I'm waking up. Get ready for my fight with Axel. I'll need to get hold of Vincent somehow.
Dun,
I'm just doing my one sit up.
Jimmy,
All
Jimmy, all you got to do is go on panel and say slag, and you get kicked off and blocked, and then he shuts the live down.
Yeah, well, he questioned me, and then when I was looked like I was winning, looked like not winning. It looked like I was giving a valid reason as to counter what he was saying. He kicked me off. That's why I set the live up. Then he timed me out after saying freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, as long as you're not talking about the host. Oh dear. I'm gonna go and watch that live back again with Bayer. I'm fucking gonna stop laughing. All right, in a bit, man.
All right, catch you in a bit.
Smell
Bye, good people. I don't care what your religion is, as long as you got fucking morals. Leave children alone. Catch you later, Blunt. I'll be doing that Baal worship tomorrow. Not sure what time yet, but I'll have a look around and see who else is live at the time before I do it. So I should finish those videos off for tomorrow and put them up, do them. And there's a couple other videos that I got to play as well. Yeah, I was still doing that Tesla video. Fucking hell. I'll tell you what, it's taking ages because it's like fucking putting all the background photographs on. Oh, I think that was my fault, Nixie. But I'm definitely not racist. Anyway, you lot. Foxtrot Oscar and get some sleep. You're all ugly and you need some beauty sleep like me. Age is not kind on us, is it? I have to get some of that hemorrhoid cream for fucking baggy skin. Or tired looking eyes, isn't it? Hemorrhoid cream for tired looking eyes. If James is still in the chat, he should tell me. James? Ain't no good for your grapes, but it's all good for your eyes, apparently. Anyway, on that note, laters, people. Have a good one. See you all tomorrow.